Hello people, I'm Vito, and welcome back to Yu-Gi-Oh! The Falsebound Kingdom with Robberlink.
Hello.
Alright, where we last left off, I believe we defeated Loomis and Umbra to take Nonbur, the map with the huge frickin' circular pond.
Yep.
And then between sessions, I changed up some of these monsters and also farmed up. I think this is the longest amount of time I've taken to farm, possibly with the exception of when we were doing the whole thing to get Gaia the Fierce Knight twice. So I farmed pretty much every monster up to at least level 65 or 64 for one of them, and I switched some of them around, like I said, so just to at least try them, I equipped the Blue Eyes to Kaiba. I got them all to level 66 here, and
I'm sorry, what level did they start at?
1.
Did you sleep at all this week?
Yes, but I didn't sleep as much as I probably should have. Yeah, in doing so, you can see it completely changed Kaiba's compatibility wall to their color. I guess because all three of these were the same color, so it really pulled his color instead of the other way around.
Wait, you can change the Marshals?
Yeah.
Colors? Since when?
That's been a thing. I think the Marshals and the monsters change colors slightly towards each other. Because I think Weevil started at like a pure green. I want to say Mokuba might have been a blue color, but the monsters pulled him to white instead of the other way around. You haven't been paying attention?
Yeah. I thought the Marshals were static.
No, they are not.
Alright then.
So yes, for Kaiba, I replaced, at least temporarily, Seiya Ryu, Dragon Zombie, and Millennium Golem with the Blue Eyes. And I did not change any of your monsters, but I got them all to at least level 65. You're all to at least level 65. I don't think well, what did I do? Yeah, I did change these. We had Meteor Dragon and the Red Eyes Black Metal Dragon here before. But since they couldn't fuse, I figured let's try using some of these other machines we haven't yet, including Launcher Spider and Slot Machine.
Okay.
So now he's a full machine group. And then for you, we had already given you Buster Blader. Okay, I didn't get him up to level 64, only 59. But I stopped because these two are almost at level 99. So, we can hold off on that for now.
Also, how did you level them up?
Just by starting this next mission, which we did actually get into last episode.
Yeah, you just...
Well, come on.
I'm sorry.
We're recording a little earlier than usual because usually I take so long.
I was doing just fine 10 minutes ago. Why am I yawning?
Sorry, you were going to say something?
No.
Okay.
No, I was just going to say I don't even remember what the beginning of the next mission is.
I think we're in like the lower left corner and it looks like Scott is there. But it could be another fake Scott, I don't know. Alright, and then no changes to the monsters, I just farmed them up. So they're all 65, and frickin' Moisture Creature is up to 94 now. And then I replaced Thunder Dragon with Garuzis, so he's back, and up to level 66 now. And then Ishizu, I just completely replaced her monsters, because I'm not sure how good they were. So I brought back Octoburster because he's a good one, and we should probably have a swimming marshal, so...
Fair enough.
He's probably the best candidate. I brought back Water Girl, and hopefully she'll be fine. And Dark King of the Abyss. And because I did not have to farm any of these, they were already at these levels. They do not have matching compatibility. But hopefully that'll be fine, because I think pretty much everyone else is matching now. Except for, I think, Slot Machine for some reason. He's been very resistant to change. He's gotten a little darker, but he was like a bright yellow. But I think everything else is fully compatible now. I think even Buster Blader? Yeah, he was like purple before. What about these three? Okay, yeah, they were holding out a little bit, but they finally started changing.
Alright, then how about we get into the battle?
That sounds good. Start. Yeah, so I think we already went through the dialogue here. Yeah, it's just Scott up there, hopefully. Unless it's fake Scott. And I don't know if there's a bug or not, but you see how he's already sending out a marshal?
Yeah.
It doesn't always do that. Sometimes it waits until after the dialogue for it to start sending one out, but it seems like sometimes it sends one out before it pauses to show the dialogue.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah, I think there are 2 extra bases to get, and I don't think there's anything particularly special I want to do here, so I can just move out, capture, all that.
Sounds good.
I think there are, yeah, like a ton of enemy marshals, so we could, basically show everyone in action. At least once if we want.
I just noticed all their marshals seem to be high level.
Yeah, what are their levels?
It's like 65 and 50s.
Yeah, that's probably higher than all of mine, because I think Kaiba is probably my highest, and he's 45. Yeah. They definitely have the edge in that manner. But yeah, it's just a frickin' chain of them. I think some of them eventually bunch up, and it might make it hard for me to actually switch marshals between fights. But I might still be able to do it. Alright, well, while we're waiting for them to actually arrive, we can start going over some notes.
Oh boy.
Because, yeah, in the anime that we've been watching, we were actually just at the Loomis Umbra fight, so that matched up very well once again.
Yep.
So Mokuba got kidnapped again, and I was thinking, you know, like we were saying, he should have invested in those frickin' bodyguards, but he didn't. Alright, we're up against Machine King and giant mech soldiers. I need to check for items because I never remember to do that, or like, I think I do, but then I just look at the monster names. Something's here. Oh, they have perfectly ultimate great moths of their own. And larvae moths.
Huh.
It's hard to see them when they're frickin' in the forest, I guess. I was gonna say tall grass, but it's actually supposed to be trees. A lot of duplicates again. Was that everything?
I believe so.
Oh wait, I missed this one. Can I go to it? Oh yeah, they're too short. I couldn't see it.
Ah.
King of Yami Makai and Dark Chimera, I believe Panic had. They were things that were hiding in his darkness under the Castle of Dark Illusions. And then Shadow Ghoul is what the Labyrinth Bros had.
From the Labyrinth.
Also Rebecca, technically, I think. Alright, and then in the duel with Loomis and Umbra, I imagine it would actually be very unnerving to be fighting on glass and knowing that there's a chance for it to break, because I don't think we actually got to this note yet, but you mentioned, you know, they say magical shadow boxes are there with the life point counters.
Yeah.
And that, you know, when you lose, you'll be sent to the Shadow Realm through a portal that'll appear below you. And it is very obvious to us both now that is censorship. They would just blow up the glass and fall to their doom. But, you know, that would be death, and you can't have that in a kid's show.
Yeah, you can have things worse than death, but you can't have death.
Yeah, they explicitly say, you know, a fate worse than death. The Shadow Realm. Ooh, spooky.
A fate worse than the D word.
So, I want to check something. I've tried this before, but I didn't confirm. They're at 5,200 attack. I wanted to use Draconic Fury, or Dragonic Fury. I keep expecting Draconic. So I believe this will berserk them, but also increase their attack power? Yeah, that's 1,500.
Oh.
And not just 1,000. I wasn't sure, but it seemed like more than 1,000. Very nice. And it seems like I have, like, not quite gold, but like bronze dragons now.
You have some very angry dragons.
And they very much hurt now. Yeah, I two-shot that one.
Nice.
Despite them being high level now. Because I think the enemies are around level 60-ish. Let me double check. Okay, 55, 56, and 57. So I am above their level again, which is nice. But yeah, Robber Link pointed out that the magical shadow boxes in that Loomis and Umbra duel, they were probably C4. Because that makes sense.
Yeah, it could.
After you mentioned it.
Yeah, it could be. And then part of me is like, no, there'd be buttons, right? Well, they may have blurred that out. Well, they're kind of close. That would still hurt them rather than make them fall. Then again, it's anime. Physics doesn't necessarily apply like that.
And they're kind of far off into the corner.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it was kind of funny. It's like, yes.
Of course.
Magic shadow boxes.
Just the fact that they use the word box makes it funny, too. Like, magical shadow box.
I like the magic part more. It's clearly, like, got, like, a digital number, display.
Mixing magic and technology, I see.
No, don't get me wrong. I do like it when that happens. You don't see it very often. But,
Here's your magical shadow box. Hope you enjoy. And then to some of the cards they used. The Mask of Brutality card, I think it like boosted their attack by like 1,000 or something. But then I think the card's cost is that it drains 1,000 defense from the monster. And I think it may have also cost life points per turn. And I guess the Masked Doll card negates those costs, at least the life point one, but then I don't know if they just dropped the whole 1,000 defense thing completely, or whoops, I did that too soon. Or if it just wasn't an effect that was... sorry, I confused myself. I don't know if they just didn't have that effect in the anime, or if it was negated as well by the Masked Doll card.
My question is, where did it go? Because...
Well, this was the first one that I was talking about, because there was a second one that you're gonna be mentioning.
Oh wait, was it a second one?
Yeah, because the first one he used on the Shining Abyss monster. Do you even...
I'm sorry, was that in one of the other two parts?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't remember that off the top of my head.
Because that was something we had watched already last week, but we never got to the notes because we were still going over notes about the Mako Joey fight.
Yes.
But yeah, the Masked Doll card does not exist in the card game. The one that like negated the disadvantages or costs. There's like a different word I'm looking for, but I can't think of. The downsides of the mask cards.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd say deficit kind of works.
Also, I think it's censored a little bit. The card just looks like a frickin' cannon shell hitting a doll, basically, and there's cracks around it. They added like a white shine to the impact. In the anime. Not sure why. I mean, it's not like... There wasn't any blood or anything. I guess it still looks a bit violent. A doll getting cracked.
Yeah, no, we can't have violence.
I mean, yeah, they keep censoring the punching scenes, so you only hear it. So I guess, yeah, even something that mild still counts.
Why are they just guarding and waiting?
I guess they're just scared now. Although, that would explain the guarding, not the waiting. I guess they're just confused, like, what do we do now? Oh well. Oh yeah, and I think you put as one of your notes that Kaiba still insists on being a dum-dum, because he's just so insistent on not doing teamwork. I think, for this... I
made it. I think I made that note more than once. But then again, Kaiba's been quite vocal about his ego.
Yeah, over these past 4 frickin' episodes. Yeah, I think just now I had made a note. Where is it? Oh yeah. Kaiba's like, I'll do whatever it takes to save Mokuba and defeat these rare hunters. And I was thinking, what if Yugi just said, even teamwork? It kind of seemed like he was kind of doing teamwork at least halfway through it, but he was still very vocally opposed to it.
I feel like he was almost trying to justify it to himself more than Yugi.
Either that, or he was like unwittingly being good at teamwork, even though he didn't want to. I don't know.
That would be... I don't know if that's funnier.
But there were some points where he definitely was intentionally helping. Here, let me kick you out so I can fight you with the Shizu. Bye-bye. We already saw this group fight. And what's next? Alright, so Yugi's Beast of Gilfer card. We've seen the Beast of Gilfer in the game.
Right.
It's one of the monsters that does not get very many stars, but it is otherwise good, so that's one of the reasons why Mecha Master said maybe we shouldn't use it. Oh, that's right, you have this. Attack all of them. So the card wasn't released in English until much later, but once it was called the Archfiend of Gilfer, not the Beast of Gilfer. So that's a difference. And I think it was later where its effect came into play, but apparently that is an effect where if it's sent to the graveyard, it can target an enemy and reduce its attack points by like 500.
Okay.
Let's see, and then... Yeah, then we saw that this team's cheat was, for Loomis and Umbra, was that they have the communication things in their masks. We may have already mentioned that, I forget.
I think I kind of alluded to it.
Yeah.
About how they're kind of communicating in secret, but
also they have to speak, and also there's not that much benefit from it, probably.
Yeah, they're not really... Like, anything they were saying through the microphones or whatever, they could have just said out loud.
Yeah, because even if he's like, okay, well, I don't know. If you said, like, you're... Hold on, I'm brain farting brain. Let me try and reset my frickin' brain or something. Even if they communicated something was fine, like, it's fine if you attack, I have you covered, that wouldn't necessarily change Yugi and Kaiba's ability to do anything about it.
Exactly.
But then again, they could still lure them into like a trap. Like pretending outwardly that they have, nothing they could do if they get attacked, but then actually communicate to each other, okay, I got you covered.
Wait a minute. Didn't we go over this with the Pegasus fight?
Kind of, yeah.
It's like...
My point was...
Even if he knows your cards, he doesn't necessarily have the means to counter them.
Yeah. I think it becomes a little bit different because you're not mind reading, but yeah, it's still...
Yeah.
It could have some help that I could provide, but not a whole lot. But then even later on, their extra cheat, kind of like how Arcana had his extra key, they have parachutes in their frickin' capes that they're hiding.
Yep. Although, about that, in the end, Loomis, the shorter one, I think he died. From the mental control or whatever.
Would it kill them?
I don't know. I feel like it's implied. Like, you even said he's gone. Like, as if he's dead.
I think he just meant that Merrick is no longer there in control.
Well, they made a good job of making it ambiguous. I thought, Strings was dead.
Well, he probably wouldn't say anything anyway if he wasn't controlled anymore because he's a mime.
Man, he's doing a really good impression of a dead guy.
Well, he's got to be good if he's a mime. I imagine that's how he makes his living otherwise. I don't know, does Merrick pay his goons?
Now we can't start questioning the logistics of an evil organization that will be here all day.
Alright, Ishizu already fought, so let me kick you guys out. There's the moth. Bye-bye.
Remember, the enemy cannot legally invade your castle without your consent. Just shoves them.
And then if I do this, that command should go through right after this.
Yep. Alright.
I feel like there was something else I was going to mention about that. Specifically how they're cheating so that they have a... Oh yeah. So there's the whole parachute thing. But then also they said that the box, the magical shadow box, would cause the portal to open to the shadow realm. But no such thing happened.
Yeah, it's true.
But of course, because they made that up for the localization, they couldn't... It would be a lot of work for them to actually add in some sort of supposed portal, but then also the parachute wouldn't do anything to the portal. So that kind of breaks the whole thing. It's like, our contrived localization change doesn't hold water at this point.
Look, how did they air it? Did they air it like one episode a week or something? Were they maybe they're just hoping, the viewers forget?
I don't know.
By the time next week rolls around.
Real quick, what are your specials now? That was the, whoops. Team up everyone, okay. And this poisons everyone.
Poisons. Ooh.
Alright, sure, you can power yourselves up. I think, the moisture creature also powers himself.
My eyes.
Poison. I guess they could say, like, as an excuse that, the magical shadow boxes specifically on their side only broke the glass and didn't summon a portal, and that's part of their extra cheat. I guess.
Plausible. I suppose.
Okay, so the moisture creature has just been double boosted. Because he boosted himself, and the insect queen boosted him, so I want to see his attack power now. 7,200? But the Great Moth with only one boost is still stronger. I guess it's probably because...
And 30 levels lower.
It's probably because the Beast Fangs. I don't have any attack items on you. You're a spirit. You could have frickin' silver bows and arrows. I should do that. Maybe replace the deal of Phantom?
Yeah, I guess so, because now he has more than, 3 moves.
Yeah. He can actually do things. Although he does not need the special effect of the item, because his attack already can't miss. That's one down. Summon a frickin' hurricane or tornado? It's called a hurricane, but it looks like a tornado. I'm getting mixed messages here.
I think that's a common occurrence in regards to Yu-Gi-Oh! Logic.
Yeah, it still bothers me that the Blue Eyes White Dragon, its attack is called, some destruction wave or beam thing instead of the White Lightning attack. It's supposed to be called the White Lightning attack. That's what Kaiba always calls it.
But even then, it's not necessarily white lightning. It's like a bluish white laser blast. It's not lightning at all.
But the name is iconic, so I want it to be White Lightning attack.
Ah. I don't care if it's wrong. I just want it to be consistent.
Pretty much.
Alright.
Moisture creature up to level 95. And then Labyrinth Ruler is next, I believe, if I did this correctly. I think the other one's probably going to hit before I can actually rearrange them.
Right, so we still haven't seen Labyrinth Ruler yet, have we, in the anime?
I don't know if he's in the anime. I think he might be a replacement for the Paradox Brothers. You know, like, I guess turning two characters into one?
Right, we did go over that, didn't we?
We might have. We might not have. Because there's a Nintendo Switch game that is a collection of older Yu-Gi-Oh games that I got. And I started playing, like, the oldest one that was not even Game Boy Color, just Game Boy, so it's black and white.
Oh, dang.
It plays a little weird, but one of the characters is Shimon, the guy we had in Yugi's story. Apparently his name's Shimon Muran. And I think his deck is completely filled with, like, spellcasters for some reason. I remember I mentioned, I thought long ago when I first played a little bit of this, that maybe Shimon was someone in disguise that we knew, like Mokuba. But I was thinking those, like, very round pupiled eyes. Mokuba had them, but I think also Yugi's grandpa had them. So I wonder if he could be, like, a stand-in character for him. Or I could just be making this up for no apparent reason. I don't know. Yeah, I could talk a little bit more about that old Yu-Gi-Oh game in the future, but I want to make sure I actually go through our notes on the anime first.
Yeah, we still have a bit to go.
Yeah, and then if we still have, you know, nothing to talk about for part of one of these episodes, then I'll go into that in more detail.
I just noticed at one point in the notes, you put my name in as Rob Lur Link.
Whoops. Oh, that reminds me, when I farm up this game, I usually listen to the Distractable podcast, which is Markiplier's podcast with his friends Bob and Wade. And there was one episode that I put these, like, in my notes elsewhere in a different document with the YouTube links, so I don't have to go searching for them again. And there was one, the title was Doing It Wrong, and I misspelled the word wrong. So it was
Doing it wrong? Or
I forget how I misspelled it. Doing it wrong. I think it might have been like doing it Renord or something. But it was really funny because it was the word wrong. And doing it wrong that I messed up.
You're doing it Renog. Like, I can see that as, like, one of those old, like, demotivational poster memes. Doing it wrong. You're doing it Renog.
There we go.
Alright, now Pegasus is there.
And then the last one would be Bones. And we're all set. Alright, so back to the notes. Where was I? Hold on. Oh yeah, Launcher Spider already has his Missile Blitz now. He does seem to have fewer moves than the Slot Machine, but I guess he caught up. Or maybe, I bet you it's because of the compatibility ball.
Oh, that might be it.
Because he's compatible, he's not yet.
Anyways, I think he also has Castle Adept, so he should be pretty good.
I'm not sure why these machines get Road Adept. I guess road is like paved, so it's easier for machines to get around.
True.
They wouldn't fit through a forest very well.
Yes, Fuel Rod Blitz.
I'm glad they don't like malfunction or anything when they go through water. That would be absolutely terrible. They're all waterproofed, thankfully.
Thank goodness. It'd be a real shame if my gambling machine broke as it went through water.
What if I want to go water gambling? Alright, where was I in these frickin' notes? I always need to, like, find my place again. We talked about Beast of Gilfer. Oh yeah, and then the exploits with the headsets and the parachutes. Alright, so the Ring of Destruction. Do you remember what that looked like in the anime?
No.
It was like a ring that went around like a monster's neck, and it had what looked like red balloons almost around it.
Oh, that thing, yeah.
That is censored. Those are grenades.
Oh my god.
I think if you look at the censored version, you can see there are still these little flap things that are all different colored, and those would be the
like the pins?
Not the pins,
but
the
like
guard things. I forget what they're called, but you have to let go of them
Yeah.
before their fuse starts. But yeah, they just recolored them completely red and got rid of the texturing of it. So it's a ring of red egg things. But no, it was a ring of grenades.
Jeez.
But yeah, Kaiba had the Ring of Destruction, which was that, and then the Ring of Defense, which is like a ring with 4, like, you know, arm shields attached to it.
Yeah, that works.
I guess. But yeah, they, it was really funny. It's like, wait a second, those vaguely look grenade-shaped. And sure enough,
I didn't even think of that. Oh my god.
they were freaking censored grenades. And then the Curse Transfer and the Spell Transfer cards that I believe Loomis used, or maybe both Loomis and Umbra, they don't exist in the card game. I think the Curse Transfer is what they used to turn the Ring of Destruction back on Kaiba, to put it on his Vorse Raider, I think. I don't remember where the Spell Transfer was used. It's already been a week since we watched that one. And then the Mask of Dispel, that was the one where I think Loomis prevented the Multiply card from being in effect, or deactivated it. And that mask also was costing Yugi like 500 life points a turn or something.
Right.
The real Mask of Dispel card does not negate a spell effect. It just makes the spell owner take 500 life point damage per turn. So you would probably want to put it on like a continuous magic card. So it's kind of like a Mask of the Accursed for magic cards.
Instead of monsters. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't think it normally negates the effect. I'm not sure. But it didn't seem like it. Alright. Bones got switched in.
There is something I want to mention, but it's not till like part 4.
Well, you mention it so you don't forget.
I was thinking, near the end when Loomis takes control of Valkyrian, and Yugi uses the like
Dispel,
diffusion.
Or diffusion, yeah. It's not technically a fusion.
That's true.
I don't think. He didn't use polymerization, and I think it's an effect on Valkyrian, which is, I believe, the same way that Gate Guardian works. You don't need fusion.
It's not even what I was going to mention. I was going to mention that, you know, I would have expected them to come back under Yugi's control because, you know, the mask broke.
Yeah, the mask that was controlling them.
Yeah, because they split into 3, and that's how he got... You know, it's kind of what happened when he combined them. Is they broke the previous mask that was on
Beta. Yeah, I think that was probably an oversight then. But yeah, we did finally see Valkyrian, which we've been using on Mokuba when we still had him. So that means we also saw, I think, Gamma for the first time. Because up to this point, it's just been Alpha and Beta in the anime. I was also going to mention that the Mask of the Accursed card, I do not think it says anything about, you know, the monster equipped with it being able to be ignored to do direct attacks. I think it just, you know, prevents it from attacking, and also the life point drain thing, but I don't think you can avoid the monster and just attack directly. So that's another difference.
I just realized we could probably make a drinking game out of that 4-part episode of just every time they say mask, take a drink.
That's just their their deck theming, I guess.
You know, I got that, but like, jeez.
Mask of this, mask of that. There go your life points per turn. All that nonsense.
One of those, like, edits of every time they say mask. Mask, 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 mask. Alright, and that is a dead great moth.
Not mine, though. Mine is still fine.
Or, right, what was it? Like, ultimately perfect?
Other way around. Perfectly ultimate great moth.
Okay, so it still is a great moth.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Oh, wow, it's been 36 minutes?
The whole episode of just beating those guys up.
Really? I didn't feel that long. I thought it was only like 20 minutes. Let me just send these guys out already. Alright, yeah, here, let me start commanding them over here so that I can keep walking while I'm syncing for the next episode.
Good idea.
I cannot see the actual green line.
Just have to trust.
Alright, so we will have to end this here for now, but we will continue this next time.
So, dear viewers, a goodbye. A for now.
Goodbye.